Before you enter, please state your name. And what location did we talk about in our last communication? Are you bringing something for me? And where did you get it from? What is your favorite color? What is my favorite color? And how much time is left on our schedule? Okay, I'm satisfied that you are who I've been communicating with. Please come in. Now, I have the disc that you requested. Just remember, if anyone catches you using this, you don't know me, I don't know you, you were never here, we've never spoken. As far as you're concerned, I do not exist. Are we clear on that? Okay, go ahead and take that. Now, I trust that you have something for me. Alright, thank you. Now, you're sure that you weren't followed before bringing this, right? Okay, you're absolutely 100% certain. We cannot afford to get caught with this. If Phantom Corp knows that we're onto them, we're both going to disappear and no one's going to find us. Which way did you take to get here? And you took the long way? You avoided any shortcuts through the alley because they look there. Alright, that was very smart on your part. And did you come up the second of the 3 streets? And you made several U-turns. Alright, we'll just hope that you weren't followed. I'm going to stick this into my computer now, and we'll pull it up and see what we've got. Hopefully our information was good, and this will give us the entire layout of Phantom Corp. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Okay. It looks like our information was good. I think we have everything that we're going to be needing here. So, we both have very important jobs to do. I am going to be hacking into the mainframe of Phantom Corp, and you are going to be doing the somewhat harder part of actually putting the drive into the computer at Phantom Corp, which will be no small task. Let's see, what do we have here? It looks like the Phantom Corp mainframe is on the 7th floor. So I'm sure that that's off limits to absolutely everyone. Yes. In fact, it looks like the only floor that you could possibly enter would be floor number 4, I'm going to say. Looks like that's the more common access without needing any special requirements. So, obviously this is not going to be easy, but if we can break into the mainframe, then we can find evidence to support our theory. Now, if our theory is correct, Phantom Corp has been using the poor to do their dirty work, commit their crimes, and then wipe their memories through use of their neural implants. And by wiping their memories, they are unable to defend themselves when the cyber cops come and find them. So, what we need to finally topple Phantom Corp is hard evidence of that. Now, I'm sure that they're not stupid enough to leave evidence of these events on their computers, but any command sent to a neural implant leaves some form of residue. and all we need to do is find enough of that residue and see where it's headed. If it's all heading into the 8th sector, like we assume, then there will be enough residue showing 8th sector communications that we'll know they are using the poor from the 8th sector to do their dirty work. And somewhere on that mainframe will be that residue. So I've already developed a program that will allow me to find the residue. It's a very specific code, so it should be easy to locate using my program. However, I can't do it remotely. The Phantom Corp fireware is too well put together, so you're going to have to actually insert the drive into their computer. Now, as I said, I think you can enter on the 4th floor. I've already secured the janitor's uniform and pass, which cost a pretty penny, but if this works out, it will be worth it. Bringing down Phantom Corp is something that we definitely need to do. So you should be able to enter through the 4th floor using the janitor's pass. Take a little while and make sure that you look like you're cleaning and doing janitorial work. I think that you should do that for a few weeks so that nobody becomes suspicious, and that way if anyone should catch you in the computer room or notice any disturbances in the programming, you're not going to be the first one that they suspect. So stick to the 4th floor, do normal janitorial work for a while, and then after about 2 weeks, there should be, according to these plans, there's a little access tunnel in the far end of the 4th floor, which reaches all of the floors, and you should be able to use that to get into the 7th floor computer room. Now it's going to be kind of a tight squeeze. Don't bring anything extra that you don't need. No backpacks or any extra gear. Just take what you need so that you can fit in that very narrow shaft. It does look like, let me see, looks like there is a ladder that you should be able to climb. These tunnels are used for general maintenance of the building, so it should allow you to climb up and down the ladder. I don't think, there is not direct access to the 7th floor from inside that maintenance shaft, so you are going to have to cut your way in. The one problem is you can't use a laser cutter because it will set off the alarm. Everything in the computer room is set to detect heat like that, so no laser cutters. You're going to have to do this old school, and once you are inside the computer room, you're going to have to move very, very slowly because there are motion sensors. Fortunately, they do allow for a certain amount of movement because even Phantom Corp has rat problems, and they don't want the rats constantly setting off the motion detectors, so given their size, the monitors are set to allow for small amounts of movement. And let me see, one thing I can do remotely is slightly increase the amount of movement they will allow so that you won't be detected. Now, that does not mean that you can walk at a normal pace. You are going to have to walk extremely slowly, and this will take you a good long while to get in there, just because you do have to move so slowly. But if you move too fast, you're going to set off these motion sensors, so make sure that you move slowly, move in a straight line to the computer. You don't want to move anywhere else. And then, let me see. It looks like the access port where I'm going to need you to slip the drive will be on the lower right hand side inside of a drawer. Just kind of a weird place to put an access port, but it is in a drawer. Let me see. There is unfortunately probably... Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, it looks like there is security on the drawer, so you're going to have to open that as well. Let me see if it's electronic. Okay, that's pretty unfortunate. That is... Yeah. Okay, that is an electronic lock on that drawer. So, what I'm going to do... I'm going to see if I can create a little quick program here that will crack that code in a short amount of time. I've been working on this for about 7 years, so I am fairly confident that you shouldn't have any trouble using this. Just plug the port end into the electronic lock, and it will recycle down the numbers until it hits the 12 that you need to open that lock. Alright, let me just give you access. Alright, insert your finger here. This will give you access to the device so that it will read your fingerprint, and that way if anyone else gets a hold of it, just in case you're captured, we're hoping not, but just in case anyone discovers you, no one else will be able to operate this device, so they're unlikely to even know what it is. So, alright, scanning fingerprints. Great, okay, so you're all set. Take that with you, plug that into the port, wait until it scales the numbers down to the 12 that you need, and then you'll know that it's open when the light on the lock turns green. That is your sign that it's open. Pull open the drawer, insert the drive, and then get out of there as fast as you can. Again, as fast as you can will be slow, of course, but you will have to very slowly go back to the access tunnel, and you're going to have to crawl down, get back on the 4th floor. Don't leave the building right away. You want to finish your shift. It's probably best if you do this toward the end of your shift, so you're not on there for too long. Once you're out of the building, send me a message and let me know that it was successful. Do not, and I must stress this, absolutely do not contact me from inside the building. If you do that and Phantom Corp picks up on your signal, they can trace that here, and then we are both in big trouble. So wait until you are outside of the building, a long way away from the Phantom Corp building, before sending me the message. Then send me a message, let me know that the drive insertion was successful, and I will start going through their files looking for any of that residue that would prove that they are using the neural links of the 8th sector to have them commit crimes and do all their dirty work while they sit pretty in their fancy little buildings. We're going to take them down. We're going to take down Phantom Corp. Now, let me see, checking my messages from my other contact. Actually, it's best if you guys don't know who each other are. That way, if any one of us is taken, not everyone is going to be in trouble. I have contacts with him, he has contacts with other people. We've got about 10 people in this circle, and it's best if at one time we only know 2 or 3 of each other. That way, no one knows the entire plan, and no one can be taken down completely. If one of us gets taken out, we can always bring in someone new to complete the plan. This is far too important to have all in one place. So, let's see. Alright, so, okay, he's going to be ready to go in 2 days. Do you think that you can be ready for that? Ready to start your shift as the janitor in 2 days? Alright, I'll just message him and give him the yes on that. Alright, he's confirmed. 2 days is good for him as well. So, in 2 days you'll start your shift as the janitor, and then in 2 weeks you'll enter that access chamber, climb to the 7th floor, open the lock, pop the flash drive, climb back down, finish your shift, get out from the building, and then contact me, and I'll get right into that mainframe, okay? Are we set? Alright, so why don't you head back out the same way you came in? I will send you an anonymous transmission in 2 days, just to make sure. You can send one back and start your shift, and we'll get this underway. We're bringing Phantom Corp down, and they're not going to be using us to do their dirty work anymore.